Right, Epic Game here, and today's episode we're gonna do some cool stuff. We're gonna move the statue. Uh, we're going to start landscaping some of the east section of the map across from our main section. We're gonna tidy up here and there, but a big chunk of the video I'm gonna show you the workshop that I built, because remember I took 3 days off from recording, but doesn't mean I took 3 days off from building. And I built the work area, or the workshop. That way we have a nice area to do some testing and stuff like that. Most of that will be on camera. It's just or recorded, but just for the sake of that time of me deciding what was going to happen, I took the time to do that while I wasn't recording. So yeah, let me go ahead and get this all set up, and we'll begin, and we'll start with, I believe, episode 14. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah. 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 Welcome back to another episode of Dreams of Darkness, the game. Okay, guys, today we're going to do something different. I took 3 days off. I told you I was going to take off so I could let the videos catch up to real time. So that's what I did. I worked on a bunch of stuff. I got the workshop done, which I'll explain a little bit here in a little bit. But right now, here is the east end of the game area. And this is right across, as you can see, from the recreation area there at the center of the Garden of Eden. And today I think we're going to place our statue. I think it's time to put our statue down and get that going and start blending this part of the map. We didn't do we did a lot, but we can't really see it on the other side where the pyramid is. Also, I'm going to take you on a tour of the workshop. So let's go ahead and get started on that. We'll just look at that for right now. And here we go. And guys, when you're making a game, whether I haven't seen a full-featured game on Minecraft. This is the first one I know of. But when you're making a game, the biggest tip I could give you is take your time. And sometimes you have to start over. For instance, you can see that this is not the original Dreams of Darkness. It's a remake. Well, not a remake, it's just being redone. And I'm not making it the same way. Most of the stuff, except for the hub, is going to be the same exact hub. I may make some modifications, but it's going to be the same. Anyway, reason I'm saying that is because sometimes when you start over, you just come up with better ideas, and you improve your game, and your imagination has expanded since you first started your game. Whether you're doing it for a server, the marketplace, whatever it is. Whether you're new, you've been doing this for a while. Yeah, don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to start from scratch, go back to the drawing board if something doesn't work, or if, for instance, I ran into a problem I did on a super flat world, and I kept going, and I ended up putting my world in experimental. I couldn't take it off. It was a fiasco, but I just kept going, and I'm glad I did, and then I'm glad I'm starting over now, because I come up with a lot better ideas and a lot more ideas, and but I couldn't have done that without pushing myself to keep going. Okay, so let's go check out the workshop. Sorry, I just want to add that in there. I just don't want people to be frustrated. Let's go to the workshop. So you can see I added my command block for that. As you know, before or previously, there was a video I did for command blocks, how to teleport. So if you haven't seen that, there's another video. You can go to tutorials, and it'll show you how I did that. That way you have that part of it taken care of, if you don't know. Anyway, so let's go to our workshop. And I didn't show you before I left that I had finished the dragons. Now let me think. Last episode, 3 days ago, I didn't have this one built, and this is the Big Baron's actual his statue for the dragon. So as you can see, it's not going to be identical, especially the foliage. The statue is, because it's a statue off of this. And the ground isn't, because he really didn't do that for the tutorial. He lets you do it, and he explains what you need to make the circular water area below, and then kind of get this going so it looks good. So anyway, so here's one cool thing I came up with. If you do his statue, then I'll leave a description again in this video because I'm showing off his dragon. So I'll leave his channel description down below. So please check it out. If you plan on building it, he'll say if you're going to build this, use cobblestone and mossy cobblestone. My advice is don't build it the same way he does it, and then come back later and add in the cobblestone and the mossy cobblestone. You trust me, it'll work out much better, and you can sit there and make the detail as you want. But this is his exact statue as far as the statue itself goes. Just the foliage is different, and the mossy cobblestone, the cobblestone, I changed that out, and my water's a little bit different than his because, like I said, he didn't really do the tutorial. He just showed you how to do it. So here's this dragon, the one I did, which I'm calling imprisoned. This is the imprisoned statue here, and then I'm working on the albino. I haven't made a base for it. I haven't made the stand for it. I'm still working on it. Now, here's the thing. Remember I said you guys can put your input on in the dragons? That still stands. However, I'm going to need 12, or I got 1, 2 that are, these are for sure going in the game. But I am going to do 12. And the reason being is, and just like I said before, don't be afraid to start over. Well, in the game, I'm just going to go over here so I can show you something. I'm moving around. I'm not just sitting still. You have to find 12 endstone portals, the blocks. Well, randomly during the other game, I hadn't even placed any down, but they were just going to be in different areas. You had to complete different tests. But then, as I'm doing these dragons, I'm thinking, well, why don't I have 12 dragons? And at each hidden in the area of the dragon is going to be an endstone portal. That way, you have to get 12 of them, and then you have to go to the end. Not the end, but you have to find where to place these portals down, and it'll be pretty obvious. And then you got to go place these down. I'm still working on this. What this is, remember, this is a workshop. I'm still working on how this is going to work, so ignore that. Ignore everything you're saying, just to listen to what I'm saying. But you're going to place the end stones down, and then you're going to fill them with your Eye of Ender. That way, you actually activate it. And then another thing I was working on is beacons. So say you came over, let's just say for instance you found the end portal at this I'm calling that one I can't remember, the Forgotten. I think it's called the Forgotten. If you come to the statue, you find it, you get your end portal, then a beacon will then turn green, which identifies or signals that the end portal block has been found at this statue. We'll get more into that. I'm just whatever. I'm either going to make it placeable or automatic. I'm thinking about making it automatic. That way, if you're playing with other players or against other players, they know. I'm running into a couple problems that I got to get around as far as the end portals go. As far as if you die, I don't want players to keep their inventory because I want to make it so if you're playing player versus player, it's fun. Where you're stealing other people's items, you know. But we'll work on that. But as of right now, I think there's only gonna be 12 end portals. There'll be plenty of. You can get ender pearls from Endermen. You can get blaze rods from blazes. So there'll be plenty of ender pearls and blaze rods and blaze rod powder. So there'll be plenty of that. But there will only be 12 end stones. But what I may do is if one despawns, I might make it respawn back. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I have to look at commands and see if I can even do it. Because remember, I'm not using any kind of editor, any kind of mods. This is strictly vanilla, so it's going to be tough to do that. But I'm thinking that if that gets lost, then it'll end up back in the chest or whatever. Or if I can name these Ender Portal 1 and put a slot to where you put it, it can only go in that slot, so there can only be one there at a time. But then I can make an infinite chest up there full of end portal ones. Anyway, let's get out of there. That's a long thought right there. That's what I'm planning. So let's say you have, like here, I made it so say you come over here. See if I can do this. I did it the other day. I'm trying to get this down. Say, like this one, for instance, I'm not flying. I'm actually, let's say, did I do it? No, I am flying now. Dang, I double pushed it. Anyway, let's just say I got up to here. So on some of these, you're going to have to, like this one, for instance, not some of them, but this one, for instance, you have to climb the actual statue. And let's say on one of the wings, the end stone, the end portal, whatever, end stone, end portal, yada, yada, etc., 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 will be on the actual wing, for instance, up here. There'll be a chest, and then you'll grab that. And what a view this would be when you have the maze all around you and different scenery. You're going to be able to see a ton from up on top of this, or be up here or something like that. You know what I mean? So you're going to be able to see a lot from up here. So it's going to be another little vantage point. And then you would grab that, and then command block something. I would have to put something in here. Hide something in there that would register that you took out the item in the chest, and then that beacon will turn from green to red. So that way, if you're in the area or anyone else is in the area, they know that this area has been cleared. But that's going to be things like that. And this one might be some kind of parkour over the lava, you know, to get to, and the chest, or the chest will be very obvious. You know how to get the chest, but it'll be very challenging to get the end portal. And I'm writing the story for this as we speak of why it's the statues. And I'm really glad, like I said, that I decided to restart the game because it's given me better ideas that I think will be really exciting. And I think 12 different dragons, it's just going to be really cool, like a 12 different theme. Like this is I have them. Dragon 3 is for the structure block here. So when you go in here, and I like looking at these, you know, I just love the structure blocks. I think that these are so cool. It's the if you look right there where it says my structure, if you load it, it would say Dragon 3, and then it's the name of it. This is the imprisoned, and there's going to be a story behind each and every single statue. But remember, since Jarboa in my original game a long time ago, he's not a dragon. He's actually a multi-creature, like things of bad nightmares. But for the Minecraft, we're transferring this into Minecraft, and you have the Ender Dragon at the end. We're going to make Jarboa a dragon. So each one of these will have a little story. And this one is called, you know, of course, the type it is Dragon 2, and then it's the Forgotten, you know, because it's all grown over and all that. And then the albino is going to be something else. And it's going to be the opposite of this. Maybe when Jarboa, you know, before he was bad, or and then I'll have a story of that. This is just you know, it's a rough. I don't know what the albino is going to look like. It's really rough. It looks better from further away than it does up close. You know, for instance, when you go over here and you look at him, look at him from here, you know, he looks a little bit different. Well, we'll see. We'll keep playing with that. And I don't want to spend too much time over here. But I just want to show you the workshop. And of course, this just looks awesome. Big hats off to the Big Baron on this statue. And I can see now why the statue is the way it is, and why, you know, you don't have to worry about the detail, really. You can really make a lot of mistakes building the dragon. Oops, excuse me. And it's not going to matter, because the foliage is going to cover up a lot of that anyway. And when you're doing the foliage and you want it to grow, as opposed to putting the like he'll put logs down and have these grow off the logs and all that, don't do it. Just you know, wherever foliage can grow, if you have your the mossy cobblestone, it can grow off of there. You can grow off the leaves, you can grow off of whatever. But yeah, don't worry about using blocks to run your vines. Just go into your menu and put your tick speed like 100 or 150. Let it grow. Go back and trim it up. And I haven't really tested it yet, but I'm believing if I put barrier blocks underneath the vine, it'll stop growing there. So that way I can, trim it the way I want it to look. But for now, it's still free growing right now. But anyway, okay, let's get out of here. We've already spent enough time on this. Yeah, and also in that video, daytime, nighttime, I can go over here. If you want to know how to do that and you don't know how to do that, just go watch the. I have a I made up a video for you guys that's 5 must-know commands. When building a game. So, and then it's got weather and all sorts of stuff, creative and adventure. That's not in there, and I will later, if you guys want to know that one, how to put the game in creative and in adventure and in survival and stuff like that, I'll show you the commands for that too. And then, of course, my trash. And then, here's my platform. You won't be able to see it because I didn't generate it the way I wanted it to. But what it basically is it's a 50 by 50 too high platform. So whenever I want to extend this, I just go over there with the structure block, put it down, and load it in. So that way, as this goes, this will grow. And you can see I'm 20,000 by 20,000 blocks away from the main, which should be plenty. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's get back and let's get something done today. I have been working on this every day, guys. Whether it's doing videos, this is basically my job. I don't have a job right now, so this is basically my job. And I didn't do what I wanted to do. Let me go back there real quick. Yeah, so I'm not working, as some of you know. So this has kind of become my job. I work anywhere from 8, 10 to 16 hours. The other day I did 20 hours. I mean, it's the greatest job I ever had, if you want to call it a job. But yeah, so I'm constantly working on this, whether it's drawing, making videos, whatever it is, I'm constantly doing it. And I believe from center, it should be 2. Yes, this is 2 because I want to make it dead center, and I want to put it on the other map. And I don't know what map because I just put that back in there. Silly map there. Okay, I got it. Okay, so I want the whole statue on this map. So what I'm thinking is, that the statue will be the beginning of the Forbidden Forest, which the Forbidden Forest is now going to be a jungle. Before it was spruce, which I was going to make this, but since I'm going to use that statue, I think it's going to be the beginning of the Forbidden Forest, which just before the Forbidden Forest will be the Valley of the Spider, which is a pretty complex thing, and I think I can pull this off in Minecraft. And I didn't put that in the original game, so before the forest, but it's supposed to be there. But on Super Flat World, I couldn't do it, and hopefully you'll learn more about that. So let's go. We want to go 2. We want to make sure the statue's on the map, but we also want to make sure we have plenty of room for scenery and plenty of room to get back. So let's go somewhere in here, and it's 17 away from center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and I think 16 will be the 17 because I didn't count the first block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. That's 102. Okay. So, and do I want to elevate the statue? Because we're gonna come across the bridge here, and this part is gonna match up with this part. So that's at 67 because the main one's at 66, I suppose. Oh, that's interesting. It actually drops me down one. I never realized that. So if I'm on the hedge here, oh, that's too high. What am I talking about? It seems like blocks are just disappearing on me. Every time I come around the hedge, it seems like a block is gone. All right. Yeah, I was being silly there. So we're at 65. I said 67. I was incorrect. So this is 65. So maybe we'll go up one more and we'll make this one 66. That sounds good to me. Where is our little path? We just made a little path, didn't we? What happened to that little path? Right here. Okay. So let's take this. What did I say? It was 65, 66. Let's go to 66. Oh boy. All right, let's go to 66. We'll put in our block. And what we're going to do is we're going to load in my menu. We're going to load Dragon 2. And it's going to change all that scenery. You see all that? It's going to change that all. Change all that. Change that all. Let's go ahead and load that in. And as you can see, it's loading in. You can hear all that stuff getting destroyed. So there we are. It's loaded in. There we go. So now that's in here. We're going to have to do quite a bit of cleaning up here. Not too big of a deal. Yeah. There we go. We'll have to put back some of our overgrown grass. And we're going to be doing a lot of cleaning. So let's see what the statue looks from back here. Very nice. I like that. And of course, that's east. So when the sun rises, let me change the time to morning. Sunrise. There we go. Yeah, I was about to say that better not rise over there. So the sun is going to rise. I lost my mic there. Okay. Well, we'll come back over there. We'll come back when the sun comes up a little bit more. So, oh, I'm so silly. It's because I have time cycle off, or day cycle. So what we'll do is there another? I think the next is day. That's not going to show us much. Okay, that's good. Yeah, there we go. I like that. I like that. So all this is going to go bye-byes. Go bye-byes, and we're going to go ahead and set this time back to noon. And eventually I will get it right. Here we go. Time to noon. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to do some blending on the map now. There we go. There's going to be a lot of cleaning up behind it because I'm sure that water's flowing down behind the cave or something or another. So let's go ahead and I think that's supposed to be open there. Yeah, it's supposed to be back here. Not a big deal. Going to be doing some filling, some cleaning up. And I think, not like it's the end of the episode or anything like that, but I think next episode we may or may not go back to the pyramid and work on that, get that going. So now, yeah, there we go. Now we got a little clean. So I like the look of that from above. So it looks pretty clean. We'll see what we're gonna end up doing, but for now we have a lot of stuff to do. A lot of trees to get rid of. A lot of fill commands. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, that tree was growing pretty weird. Not worried about how we do it. Yeah, so it's going to be right behind us. We're going to do a bunch of jungle trees. Big, tall jungle trees. Not too many in front because we really don't want to hide the statue. I mean, to an extent we do, but not the first statue. That's the very first one. And I've decided, I didn't mention this earlier, I changed my mind on, before I said you couldn't get to this part of the map from this side, but I think I'm going to change it. I'm not going to put a bridge this way, but I will make it where it wraps back around. This gets filled in as part of the maze. We'll see how that works. Also, ooh, I have to do that too as well. I want to show you all, or show you how some of this despawns. I changed my mind because that's what I do. So when you go through the house here, this is what I don't like. I don't mind this path, and I don't mind this. I thought this was really super cool. Really nice accident, because that's what it was. It wasn't something I was planning on. But I don't like how, you see how you come from this part of the map? Look how easy it is to get to that house. It's just too easy. So what I've decided to do is cut it off. So now you're not able to do it. Oops, jeez, like so. So now, yeah, you can't. No, I just did it the wrong way. Jeez. Oh, man. Mercy me. And yeah, keep doing that. So I finished, on my time off, I finished the 100. The TV show. Got that out of the way. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. So you can still go this way. You just can't go that way. Yeah, so I finished that. It was a pretty good series. I like the ending. It was wrapped up pretty nice. Little sad, but whatever. Kind of reminds me of just being in quarantine, just being alone. I got my kids though. They keep me well entertained. All right, so I'm just gonna keep on going. Yeah, I just want to get these trees out of the way. Let them despawn. Let's bring the statue to life. What is this, like episode 14? Take 3 days off, I forget. It's like episode 14. Here we go. And if I miss it there, I'll be okay. There's probably a tree somewhere in between. Yeah, just because it can be there. Just because it knows I don't want it to be there. Is there a tree? Oh, there's still more trees, man. Just dig holes anywhere. Alright, I think this will be the last one. Yeah, so I spend a lot of time during the day before I start recording, just coming up with some stuff and okay, what do I want to work on? And my mind changes so much. I'm glad I don't record it because I'll think one thing and I think it's great, and then I'll wake up and not in a cold sweat or anything like that, but I wake up and I'm like, no, that won't work. And come down and test it. And Yeah, I was 100% correct. It won't work. My game seems to be a little glitchy right now. There was a couple updates today on texture packs, and the game's just a little wacky. Oh, imagine being in survival on that. Say goodnight. All right, so we'll do that, and then let's do some. I don't want to do any kind of decorating right now. I'm not doing this episode. Um, Need 2 seconds to think. 1, 2, time's up. Think what I'm gonna do. I've actually got an idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this structure block. I'm going to place it up here. And I'm going to expand it. And this is going to save me time. Let's see, size. I don't want to go too much. Let's do size 10. And we'll do 10 by... I just don't want to do too much. You know what? I'm not even going to goof around with that. Not right now. Not with the statue right there. Yeah, a lot of this is going to have to go. This whole mountain's probably going to have to go. Yeah. So let's imagine our bridge here. 65. 65. This isn't going to be like any kind of fancy bridge or anything like that. This is just a normal bridge. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. And a lot of this mountain's got to go. So I'm going to end up taking a lot of this down. Like so. I'll end up stepping it up somewhere. We'll say right here for now. We'll clean all this up. It's not gonna matter too much. But we're on the other side of the map now. And that's what we wanted. Oh, you know, gotta put in your grass. I wonder if I even bothered to on the other side. And I did not. I guess I should have put in a dirt path. We'll see. Got it right in hand, and I'm not even doing it. Strange little man. Here we go. Like so. Like so. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Can't really see that from that map, but Yeah, so nothing's gonna go. It's not gonna go this way on this side. This one's not gonna go this way. Maybe I will have it go this way here. We'll see. Maybe I will. Yes, I will, because it lines up pretty good here. Pretty good. Something like this. But that kind of sucks. What I mean by that is it's right on this line. So it's going to make it 3 thick, and I don't want that. I think that would be too much. Yeah, like so. Yeah, I like the way I like the way that is right now. And let me just go ahead and clean this up. Yeah, you can see it better on the map now. And let's zoom into the other side here. And this one is going, let's say a fancy bridge. We'll do something. But we're not going to do a bridge this way. Every time I say we're not, I end up doing it. What I may do is this passage here, it's going to go down here. This somehow, some way, it's going to end up leading back to the, or not back to the mine, but to the mine over in this distance. And it'll have all sorts of neat little tunnels and everything else. So here's one thing that is really cool about when I was doing this on a super flat world and this just doing it on any kind of random seed is the fact that in a super flat world I'm limited to building on top and that's it. Well, if I do this, because I want the sky visible a lot, that way you can see off in the distance, you can do a lot of cool things. But at the same time, on a super flat world, I was very limited. Let's say, I'm just going to zoom out real quick, and let's say in the original, the one I have on the other world, on the super flat world, it covers from here to here, here, which is pretty big. That's what it covers, though. Yeah, it covers 2 by 3. And there's all sorts of really cool stuff in there. But what I like about doing this on a random seed, and I'm so glad I switched it over and I decided to do it this way, is that I like tunnels and other this. I'm expanding my choices of what to do by doing it this way because there's going to be secret passages, there's going to be catacombs, there's going to be sewers, there's going to be so much stuff going on underground that in a super flat world, it might be 3 of these, or let's just say it's just these 2, and we just did 2 by 6 here. And then imagine on top of that you have underground stuff. You have so much stuff going on that a player can play this multiple times, have different outcomes, see different stuff. The game will not feel the same. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of games that direct you. Like we'll just say I like arcade games, but arcade games like doop 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 go this way, doop doop doop, doop go this way. You know, beat the boss, doop 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 keep going. You know, I don't like games that hold your hand and lead the way for you. I like games that say, hey, this is a game. Play it how you want to play. This is your objectives. Do it however you want to do it, but that's got to be done to beat the game. I like games like that. Um, yeah. So let me get back to work here. I apologize for that, but yeah, that's what I was thinking in my head. I'm so glad that I made the decision to change my mind because from nothing comes something, you know, or from nothing something, and that's what this is. This is something from nothing. Uh, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot more terraforming or landscaping or land alterations. I'm always looking for a word for that. I just don't know what to use. Uh, all right. So yeah, and I'd rather do that. Well, you know what? I have me get my handy notebook and pen, and let's do some terraforming really quick so we can get this out of the way and we don't have to deal with it anymore. Let's let's call we're gonna call this 73. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go right to 65 right here, and I'm gonna say negative 45865 negative 21, and I'm gonna go over here. I just want to save some time. That's all I'm looking to do. And I want to go, let's just say right here. And I want to do 70. What did I say, 65 over there? I don't want to erase any of this stuff. So let's say 69. I don't know what effect this is going to have. It doesn't matter. I guess I could always put it back. So it's not that big of a deal. You know what? I can always put it back. Not a big deal. So let's go, what did I say I was? 458 and 21. So let's see what happens when I do this. We're going to go negative 431, 72, because I don't care about the height, 27. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we fill this in. Fill. I can't believe I just did that. I want to explain what I did. Fill negative 513, 65, negative 21. Oh, I did it. Wow, I am not firing on all cylinders again today. I think I took too much time off. But the good thing is I can just go 458. But I put in the negative first. Oh, it's not even saving that for me. 458. Nope. So it's making me put that back in. Okay, 65. This time, don't push that button. Negative 21. And we're going to say negative 431. 72. 20. I see 29, but I could have swore I said 27. Could have swore. So I'm going to go with 27. My writing sometimes not good. Let's see what happens. Okay, beautiful. So I can flatten all this out and then later on come back in. That saved a lot of time. I may end up making a structure block that will empty an area out for me really quick. We'll see. But I think I'm going to end up taking down that whole hill there. Over there, over yonder. So we're at 65, right where I wanted to be. Yeah, so that's pretty good. I like that whole section I took out there. Yeah, I think I'm on the right idea, the right path. Just take all of this out. Reshaping the land. Alright, so that is done. Like I said, we'll redo all this. Let's go ahead and take this out as well. Let's go ahead right here. And we're going to say negative 430, 76, negative 13. And we're going to go on this corner way over here. And we're going to say negative 423, 65, 20. And let's go ahead and type in our numbers here. Fill negative 430, 76, negative 13. And then space it, negative 423, 65, 20. We're going to say air. Beautiful. There we go. We've really opened this area up. Yes. Yes. Really opened it up. Somewhere we'll step it up in here. But for now, we are not concerned about it. Let's keep going. We're on a roll. Let's say negative 453, 65, negative 30. This one's going to go pretty high. How high? We're going to go 78. So, whoops, don't go that far. We're going to go right here. Right there. So we're going to say negative 431, 77, minus 22. Negative, whatever. Alright, let's type all this in. Fill. Negative 4. That wasn't negative. Negative 453. You know what? I want to go all the way right here. That's where I want to go. So I'm jotting this number down now. 423, 79, negative 14. Change the plans. Fill 453 negative 453 65 negative 30 and we're doing negative 423 79 and negative 14. Here we go. I gotta type it in though. Error. Yes, sirree. Nice. So we just did a huge chunk there. Nice, nice, nice. Nice big chunk. Still some trees. Can't stand those floating trees. Just like so. Get rid of some of these just so we can see a little better. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. And we'll blend it after it's flat. I think I learned my lesson in the desert there when we're doing the pyramid. Like so. There we go. Yeah, that really opened things up quite a bit. Still got I might just move this mountain. What I might do is I might end up putting a mountain over here. But all that's going to be mountain over there. I don't like these little tiny, I call them cheap hills. That's what they look, they just look cheap. So, okay, we open that up and it looks pretty good. If I do say so myself. Just did. So 2, and that is center. It is center, yep. So that's actually center from where you spawn in. So we can get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. Everything is good. The tips, the wings, everything looks good. Okay, we can actually get rid of that. That's gone. We'll blend all this in. We'll decide where it's going to go up. But basically the border for it is going to be about that. And then we'll have the entrance come in right here. And then toward the back. Lost my mic again. Then toward the back we'll have the entrance to the Valley of the Spiders. Or the Valley of the Spider. Which is going to be really, really cool once we get into that. I've already got ideas how to do that. Yeah, that should be pretty neat. Would be kind of neat too is if I had a cut mountain all the way around it. Back in. That would be kind of neat. Wonder how that would look. And then the Valley of the Spider would be, yeah, that might actually be, I'll have to think about that. I'll have to make a couple drawings. But I think for today, we did enough. We actually got quite a bit done, even though I was yapping over at the workshop. But yeah, so I think I just want to look at something real quick, and I think we'll wrap it up. Let's take this and put it up here with the original. Yeah, so that's starting to look like something over there. Looking pretty good. Yeah, so I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed already and you're interested in what you see, sorry, this one was a little bit long-winded, but you know, sometimes they're going to be that way. But yeah, subscribe and share this with your friends on all platforms. And I'll see you in the next video.